Now Shade for three. That will rattle in.
Well, she worked so hard to keep those.
Chen, the switch now strong on Conklin and gets a steal. Something she's shown early in her UConn career to have a very nice knack for. Sarah Strong, her 41st game at UConn, now as a redshirt junior. Had such a huge smile on her face at shoot-around earlier today when she came over to talk to us about just being able to be back on the court. Paige may only have 2 points, but she's got 6 rebounds now, and a bucket and a foul for Chelly.
It's a great pass, speed the game up. Seemed to work.
And that works too. An open three from Paige, and it forces an FDU timeout as UConn goes on an 8-0 run in the last minute and here for the Knights, and Chen sees the pass coming and she's quick to it. KK Arnold, Shade gets the steal. Dumps it to Arnold, gets the layup. UConn needing to create a little energy in the building here with things going down. And that'll do it as Paige Becker's pass. And Strong from outside finally goes.
And it often
for all of these players.
It's the best. They are the best.
Little give and go with Paige and KK.
Yeah, the previous play, except for Becker's his minutes. He's trying to limit her minutes.
There's another one for Sarah Strong.
It was like they just had to take the cover off. You know, she had missed, what, 10 in a row or so?
Yep,
and then now this is her second 3 of the half.
So suddenly UConn on a 17-0 run. And a running shot from Babori doesn't go. And KK Arnold will set the offense. Geno, you can hear him hollering, move to his team. They're Strong again from outside.
She's feeling it now.
Keep running. It'll all come. Fudd gets a hand on the ball. Here she goes, inside the final 10 seconds. Much to the enjoyment of the Gamble crowd.
You see that when they're playing.
Seeing all these former players tonight. Your time before and after. Which I mean, a terrific night here at Gamble Pavilion for FDU. They're Strong from long range again.
It looks like she found her stroke.
Final 4 minutes of action here at Gamble.
Jenna's second free throw is good. So she's got 3 with 8 seconds to go, and into the front court come the Knights. Williams with 4, everybody on their feet here in Stores. Drive to the hoop, shot is missed, and a record has been set. From ground zero to 59 conference championships, 23 Final Fours, 11 national championships, win streaks of 70, 90, and 111, and now the all-time winningest coach in the history of college basketball. Geno Auriemma, 1,217 wins in an 85-41 victory here in Stores tonight over FDU.
Now, a full-fledged member of the International Order of Old Folks. And it's Chris here. Welcome you, Chris.
Honorary members of the International Order of Old Folks. I was a little disappointed because the guys that had those, I was a little disappointed because I thought you would streak along this red carpet. It would be all over ESPN. Do it.
I just gotta ask, whose idea is the hair? Where did this come about?
It was actually my idea. It was Paige's idea. We had to get City Bobs to, celebrate her today.
Honored to welcome back to the program on a night he and his program make history. Geno Auriemma, 1,217 victories. I'll start with a sincere congratulations. That's amazing, sir.
Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate it. It's been quite a whirlwind, and appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
So much has changed, Geno, about the game, and you've been vocal. A lot of the old school coaches I know, some of them got chased out in the men's game. That between NIL and the portal, it's different. It's different. But when you're in the gym with your team and you're trying to get better, right? You're trying to help them get better. You're trying to get a play right. Not win a game, you're just in the gym. Is that still the same? Does that still feel the same as it did 40 years ago?
110% today is exactly the same as it was in 1985. The only difference is I have much better players. But the actual what goes into it and my reaction to when they don't get it right, when it's the third time that they've gotten it wrong the same way, or it's a mental mistake that is going to cost you a game. So you're in the gym and you're trying to, make everything perfect, and so it still stirs in me those same emotions that I felt in 1985, and that pretty much lets me know, okay, you still have some life left in you in this, because when it stops bothering you, then it's time to get out. So I do it. And when they get it right, and when I look in their faces and they get it right, that still feels as good as it did back then. So I still have the highs, I still have the lows, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Is there a seminal moment when you think about your time with Geno, a game, a lesson, a moment that sort of comes to mind when you introspect?
Yeah, a lot, sadly. Usually they're us getting yelled at, but he would always say, and I actually talked about this recently, he would always say basketball is not a game of how to, it's a game of when to, because everybody knows how to shoot, how to dribble, how to do all the things, but do you know when to? And the reason why that one stuck is because A, it helped me in my basketball career, but B, it's something that you do and you find in life. It's about when do you do the thing. So that one always stuck with me.
I remember my freshman year. I didn't play the whole year. We had a couple injuries. He brings me to his office and he says, there's no age limit to being great. And I always thought about that, you think there's all these barriers to get to a certain place that you want to go to in life. There's no barriers. You just do what you have to do to get there. And when he said that to me, I went out there in the Final Four and played really well.
I think you intended to do that.
Really worked. That really worked.
You're like, it really worked. It's what you needed. Listen, in the grand scheme of things, a 40-year career, you guys were fairly early on in his tenure, right? When you think about how long he's been here. How have you watched him evolve from the coach that coached you to the coach that's coaching this current crop of players?
So every generation thinks that they had it the worst.
Sure.
So if Rebecca Lobo, Jen Rosati, Jamel Elliott were standing here right now, they'd be like, oh, no, you guys had it easy. So when we got there, we thought we had it hard. The next generation we watch are like, oh no, y'all have it easy. So I think over time, what I've noticed is just a natural kind of not relaxing in terms of the competing, but just picking his moments. But more than anything, he's adapted. You got to give him credit for that. What worked for Rebecca Lobo wasn't going to work for D. What worked for D wasn't going to work for Maya, so on and so forth. So the fact that he's been able to adapt year after year, generation after generation, to me is the most impressive.